So you're on a new diet, you're losing weight, you're feeling great, and then Christmas comes along. There's temptations everywhere, and you just think, what the hell? And you fall off the diet wagon yet again. Does this sound familiar? The problem is that diets are always destined to fail when there's strict rules or restrictions, because you're always going to have a holiday, you're always going to have birthdays, you're always going to have social events, and you're always going to have Christmas. And the diets always fall down when we come to these social occasions. The truth is, during these moments, you need a bit of flexibility. And you haven't failed. You've never failed on these diets. The diet has failed you. So in this video, we're going to outline 3 things for you to avoid doing to rid yourself of the diet mentality completely and help you find a better balance this Christmas and in the long term. Hey everyone, my name's Robbie. I'm a registered nutritionist here at Second Nature, and today we're talking all about how to diet over Christmas. And as you might have gathered from the intro, the secret, don't tell anyone, is to get rid of your diet mentality once and for all. So let's go. So that's right. To start with, we need to get rid of the strict rules and restrictions that the diet has placed on you. Now, there's a very specific reason for this. In psychology, there's a theory known as the white bear effect, and it goes something like this. If I tell you not to think about a white bear, what are you going to be thinking about? You're probably thinking about a white bear. And the same goes for food. If you've placed a strict rule on yourself that you can't eat a mince pie, or you can't eat a Christmas pudding, or you can't eat any chocolate or anything like that, what's going to happen is those thoughts are going to become more accessible in your mind because of the white bear effect. The cravings for those foods are going to increase, and the temptation to avoid them becomes harder and harder, and you're actually more likely to overindulge in them. So yes, you need to ditch any labels or moral values that you've attached to those foods. The moment that you label a food as good, bad, naughty, or a treat, you're attaching an emotion to that food, and it's more likely that you're going to overindulge on that food afterwards. Some foods are more health promoting than others, but that doesn't mean we need to label them as such. We don't need to say they're good or they're bad or they're naughty. All this does is create a bit of a negative cycle of guilt, shame, and overindulgence. So you can think to yourself, it's okay, I'm actually allowed to eat whatever I like, but I will choose to eat more healthy foods because it makes me feel good, it nourishes my mind and my body. And if I choose to have some sugary foods every now and again, that's fine. So the next thing to avoid this Christmas is eating mindlessly. Now, many people find themselves just mindlessly picking at the celebrations tin or the roses tin during a game of Monopoly, or maybe when they're in front of the television. And this is obviously completely normal. It's fine to do this on occasion. But if you want to try and control your intake this year, it might help to pay a bit more attention and to eat mindfully. So here's 3 ways you can practice mindful eating this Christmas. Now, these might sound a bit challenging when you've got your friends and family around you, but just give them a go and see if you find them helpful. So the first one is just to take a deep breath before taking each mouthful. So say you go to grab a piece of chocolate or a piece of dessert, just take a deep breath, slow yourself down, and look forward to whatever it is you're eating. The second is to take 20 seconds for each mouthful. Again, the idea being that it just slows you down, you can enjoy the taste, the textures, and the different aromas, and you're less likely to overeat. So the third tip is to try and eat without distraction. So this might be challenging over Christmas when there's so much going on, but just see if you can pay attention to everything that you're eating. So not mindlessly eating chocolate in front of the television, or eating dessert whilst you're on your phone, for example. Our third and final tip is to try and avoid the all or nothing thinking. So when you might overindulge this Christmas on alcohol or food, don't let it ruin the rest of your healthy eating habits. Your health isn't defined by a one-off event like Christmas or your holidays or the spontaneous binge on alcohol. The all or nothing mindset can lead into what's known as the what the hell effect, where people think, well, what the hell, I've overindulged, I might as well go all the way. So what can you do instead? Well, we want to try and avoid thinking in black and white. We want to try and think in shades of grey. So here's a practical example. If you were driving along the motorway and one of your tyres blew out and you got a puncture, would you think, oh, the hell with it, all of the tyres are going in the bin? You probably wouldn't. You might think, no, actually, it's just one tyre, the rest of them are fine, I'll just replace this one and we'll be on with our journey. We can take the same approach to food. One blown tyre, one overindulgence won't define the health of your entire body. It won't define your health in the long term. So don't let it ruin the rest of your week. If you overindulge on Christmas Day or Boxing Day, over New Year's, that's okay. It doesn't mean you have to overindulge for the rest of the week, the month, or the year. Okay, everyone, I hope you've enjoyed what we put together today, and I hope you have a very, very Merry Christmas. We'll see you in the new year. And as always, please comment, like, share, and subscribe. Bye-bye then. Merry Christmas. Okay, bye-bye. Have a holly jolly Christmas.